Good morning once again, ladies. We do have gentlemen and of course others. I'm truly honored and of course very much privileged to be addressing you today on the topic that is so dear to me and one core area of focus for the organization that I'm representing, which is Women's International Foundation, where we work towards championing women's economic empowerment and entrepreneurship in Sri Lanka. Therefore, before I begin, let me place my sincere gratitude to News First and NDB for organizing this timely forum and Vanithabhimani initiative empowering Sri Lankan women. Having said that, let us focus on the topic economic empowerment and women entrepreneurship in detail. I would like to organize my speech today on three areas. That is, the importance and relevance of women's economic participation, as many still raise the question, why? The problems, the pain points faced by women entrepreneurs in Sri Lanka, and lastly, the solutions which we believe should take place based on our experience in the last half decade working across the country. UN says women reinvest 90% of their income back in their families in terms of health, education, nutrition. ඒක හරි නේද? අපි 109ක් අපිට ලැබෙන සල්ලි වලින් 90ක් reinvest කරනවා මෙන්න මේ critical areas වල. Food and Agriculture Organization says if you get more women in farming and give them access to resource, the world's hunger can be reduced by 12 to 17%. And the list goes on. Women's economic participation and empowerment is essential for sustainable development on a global level. For those who are asking why. It drives economic growth and opportunities at a national level, creates competitive edge at organizational level, and yields quality of life at individual level. Therefore, it is an essential component too costly to be ignored. එතකොට global level එකෙත් වැදගත්, national level එකෙත් වැදගත්, organizational level එකෙත් වැදගත්, සහ personal level එකෙත් වැදගත්. Right. In this initiative, we are privileged to travel across the country and to meet a diverse community of women entrepreneurs from all parts of life. A survey was carried out identifying the issues and pain points faced by women entrepreneurs. There were so many issues highlighted, and analyzing these spectrum of issues, I came across one big problem with our women. Guess what? We identify symptoms as problems, right? We fail to identify problems as problems. So we remedy symptoms, not the problems. So the problems continue. අපි මේ symptoms තමයි ලක්ෂණ තමයි ප්‍රශ්න විදිහට දකින්නේ. ප්‍රශ්නේ හරියටම root cause එක දකින්නේ නැහැ. ඒතකොට අපි solutions දෙන්නේ ගොඩක් කලාවට මේ symptoms වලට. The survey was a long list and the list was then categorized and characterized to carve out 4 key areas of concerns for women entrepreneurs in Sri Lanka. These include the first one, access to finance. I mean, this is a key area. No finance, it's difficult to start, grow and sustain businesses. Most of the MSME businesses are in the informal sector, thus making it difficult to raise funds from banks and financial institutions. Also, the onerous documentation requirements can put women off seeking other means of financing such as loan sharks, right, and microfinance companies borrowing at high unfavorable rates and getting entangled in the debt trap. Most of our banks and financial companies are not sensitive and do not understand the specific requirements of the women entrepreneurs, especially the MSME sector. When you don't have access to assets or resources, generating collaterals can also be a challenge. Further, women's financial literacy and access to financial tools are also to be blamed. අපිට බැංකුවට ගියාම කොච්චර ඩොකියුමන්ට්ස් ටිකක් දෙනවද? පුරවන්න. සමහරවිට හිතනවා මේකට වඩා හොඳයි නිකන් ඉන්න එක කියලා. Right? High interest rates. මේ ඔක්කොම contribute කරනවා මෙන්න මේ problem එකට. The second point is market accessibility. Most of the time our women look at the domestic market of 21 million people only. අපි හැම වෙලාවෙම බලන ලංකාව ඇතුළේ විතර අපේ කාන්තා ව්‍යවසායික පුරුදු වෙලා ඉන්නේ අපේ ලංකාව ඇතුළේ විතරක් බලන්න. Look at Bangladesh. It's an 8 times market. Look at Pakistan. It's a 10 times market. Why are we only limiting to 21 million people? අපිට ඕනේ මේ export orientation එක. There is no export orientation, right? One of the main flaws there is the complexity, complexity of the export marketing and the need to support them embark on this journey. It's very complex. Product design ability, packaging, branding and marketing are all areas that disadvantage Sri Lankan women entrepreneurs. Gender norms also play a pivotal role here, especially in sales, selling, networking, for market opportunity creation and in transportation. So gender roles have a huge impact. Third one is business acumen, coaching, mentoring and training. May it be government, development sector, private or any others trying to train and capacitate women, one thing we understand is that the programs are not holistic, number one, not integrated, not continued on ad hoc basis. This doesn't help to create generation of women entrepreneurs that we are looking for. We are talking about we need a consistent investment in knowledge creation and sharing. Also, another question is, do we have role models? What do you think? අපේ role models ලා ඉන්නවද? කාන්තාව කියපු ගමන් අපේ forum එකකට කාන්තාව කියපු ගමන් එකම set එක තමයි හැමදාම එන්නේ. හැමතැනම එන්නේ. නැද්ද? Handful of role models, especially in terms of business registrations, need to improve. The harassment, the violence has to have zero tolerance policy from the government as well. And the fifth one is, other than these main cross, there are few other aspects as well that we need to highlight. One such is the division of labor. It's part of gender norms and women get trapped in time, poverty and resulting in triple burden of work. We say we have time poor, right? Time poverty, and also we have triple burden of work. And what are the solutions that we can propose? One of the best strategies is to create and build a care economy in Sri Lanka. One of the biggest problems I see, අපේ කාන්තාව women entrepreneurs ලා ඉස්සරහට එන්නේ නැත්තේ අපිට caring ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා. අපි අම්මලා මේ care economy එක ගැන කතා කරනකොට we need to create regulated. අපේ regulations නැහැනේ. Regulated, right? Formal වෙන්නත් ඕනේ. Right? මොකද අපි දරුවෝ දාලා යන්නේ. අම්මා කෙනෙක්ට දරුවෙක් දාලා යන්න බෑ formal නැත්තම්. Right? High service quality ensured. Affordable වෙන්නත් ඕනේ. Care system for children and elderly. ඉන්දියාවේ මේ systems තියෙනවා. Bangladesh මේ systems තියෙනවා. We can have good benchmarking from those as well. These are case studies. This is also a great opportunity for our women to enter into entrepreneurship. This is opportunity creation, ladies. Those who are in entrepreneurship spectrum, grab this opportunity. We need to create a care economy. Take it into your hands. Start today. Don't look at Sri Lanka. Look at out. It's complex. But we are all there to help. Another strategy is to create awareness and understanding on gender norms and stereotypes. The C2 system, right? Social protection system. Now, our women had those days C2. C2. හදිස්සියකට උනහම ටක් ගාලා ගන්න පුළුවන්. අපිට තියෙන හයියක් තියෙනවා C2 දැම්මහම. This is a very primitive way. But this is a fabulous opportunity. Social protection system. අපේ කාන්තාවන්ට social protection system එකක් ඕනේ. Right? We should canvas to the government. We have political representation also here. We should tell the government, ladies should have this social protection system. Government doesn't have to. There are so many ways of revenue modeling. It doesn't mean that government has to put in money, but we can have a mechanism. We can invite the development partners also. These are the areas where you need investment. We also need legal reforms introduced against violence, harassment, and discrimination. There should be zero tolerance. Zero tolerance. දැන් එහෙම නේද අපේ ප්‍රොෆෙසර් කියපු විදිහට අකමන්නේ. එහෙම තමයි. නේ? එහෙම තමයි. ඕක කොහොම තමයි ගණන් ගන්න එපා. ඕකත් එක්ක you know? And the fifth factor is, this is also one of my core areas, market accessibility. In this regard, improving access to the market, information research, improving aspects such as product design, branding, marketing support, These are niche expertise areas for which most of our MSME women have no access to. Also digital marketing competence, especially when doing export marketing, domestic and regional network of women entrepreneurs, and supporting local women run buying and distribution businesses are crucial. Is enhancing access to finance. We need to have low cost, collateral-free financing, onerous documentation removed and process simplified. Also, we need an allocation for women businesses with no financial track. නේද? අපි කවදාවත් බැංකුවක එක්ක ගනුදෙනු කරලා නැත්නම් බැංකුවට ගියාම අපිට ලෝන් එකක් දෙන්නේ නැහැ. අපේ බැංකුව අපිත් එක්ක ටිකක් සෙන්සිටිව් වෙන්න ඕනේ. අපේ මේ විමෙන්ස් ඩේ එක දවසට පොඩි පෝස්ට් එකක් දාලා you can win the world කියලා හරියන්නේ නැහැ බැංකුව. නේ ඒකනේ කරන්නේ. We don't want you to come and tell us okay on the women's day that you can win the world. Of course we can win the world. We know we can win the world. We don't want banks to come and tell us. We want you to help. Give us collateral-free banking facilities. Have an allocation, right? For us to go and, with no track record, have an allocation to give us loans, right? All that facilities, give us. And the last but not least, the 3 E's of capacitating. Women need technical support, business management skills, right? And also, the capacitation programs have to be done based on 3 E's. What are 3 E's? Education, experience, exposure. Now we are talking about 4 E's, but let's forget about that for the moment. Right, let me conclude my presentation with one final remark. How much is our GDP? It's 81 billion US dollars as of 2021. All of you know Apple brand, right? Apple like a brand nama dannawane ne? The brand value of Apple is 355 billion US dollars. This means an asset of one company in one country can buy Sri Lanka how many times? 4 times. This is where we are in the world. I strongly believe there is a way out. What's the way out? I strongly believe in women entrepreneurship. Sri Lanka can. All of us, Sri Lankans can. We can do this. We can come out of this mess. Only if we champion women entrepreneurship. So thank you very much.